Hi, I am Madhyalagan, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Applications, Dr. SNS Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. Today, one case study video for cyber forensics investigation methodologies under the topic of Introduction to Digital Forensics. So it is the mainly used for the digital forensics sciences. This field, computer forensics, is related to the young. So it is the many people do not understand what the term computer forensics means, that what techniques are involved. In participation, there is the lack of clarity regarding and distinctions between the data extractions and data analysis. There is also confusion about how these two operations fit into the forensics process. The cybercrime lab is the computer crime and the intellectual property sections has developed a flowchart and described the digital forensics analysis methodology. So in this article and case studies is the flowchart used for the aid of explanation methodology in the steps. The cybercrime lab developed the flowchart after the consulting with numerous computer forensics. So it is the used for the federal agencies. So it is available of the public web sites. So these sites we have a used for the how to forensic and forensic charts we have a used for the useful for the case study. This process is the helping for the guidance for the instructions and instruction. It is the help clarity of the element of the process. So what about the digital evidence analysis methodology? It is the used for the computer forensics follows. This is the scientifically derived and to prove method toward the preservations, collection, validations, identifications, analysis, interpretations, documentations, and presentations of the digital evidence derived from the digital sources of the purpose of the facilitating or the furthering to the reconstruction of the event of the found and criminal. A roadmap also help of the digital forensics researchers and report for the first digital evidence of the workshop. So it is the digital computer forensics required one more clarification. It is the used for the computer forensics science or art. United States says it is the guideline, it is the given. So it is the used for the unnecessary. The tools and methodologies are the scientific and verified the scientifically, but they are the use the necessary involves the elements of the ability, judgment, and interpretations. So it is the techniques of the used for the side set of the science and art discipline. The key elements of the computer forensics are listed below. The use of the scientific methods, collections and preservations, validations and analysis and interpretations, documentation and preservations. This type of the forensics listed, it is the criminal lab illustrated of the overview of the process with the three steps. So preparations, extractions, so identifications and analysis, and highlighted the focus on this the articles. In practice, organizations may divide the functions between the different groups. So while this is the acceptable and sometimes necessary, it can create a source of misunderstanding and frustration. In order for the different law enforcement agencies to effectively work together, they must communicate clearly. The investigative team must keep the entire picture in the mind and be explicit when referring to specific sections. The prosecutor and forensics examiner must decide on communication to each other how much of the process is to be complicated at the each stage of the investigations or prosecutions. The process is the potentially iterative, so they also must decide how many times to repeat the process. It is the fundamentally important that everyone understand the whether a cases only need preparations, extraction, and identifications. It is used for required analysis. The three steps the forensics process discussed in the article and case studies. It is the use for forensics data and required. but before the reporting and the case level of the analysis the undertaking. So examiner try to be the accurate of the every process occurring the methodology in the certain situation. So it is the used for the combined step or it is the part of process. So when the examiners speak of the list such as the relevant of the data list, they do not mean to imply the list or the physical document. So it is the finally keep in the mind the examination often ready to the entire process of the studies. Thank you.